What's up, everybody? It's Egoleech, and I'm here with some more Heroes of the Storm. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Been a couple days without a video, and my last video was that nightmarish thing that should not be named that I played with Tassadar. You're probably thinking, oh, he's tilted, he's scared. No, that's not what happened. What actually happened is I've been trying to cut a video for the past couple days, but every time on this account that I've attempted to queue up and get a game going for a video, I've sat in queues on and off for upwards of 20 minutes and just nothing's popped. But fortunately, with a patch that was just released last night, which supposedly improves queue times for newer players, that hopefully won't be an issue, given that this is a relatively fresh account. So today I'm going to be playing our favorite girl, Valla. Valla is one of my favorite characters in the game and one of the few ranged assassins that I feel really confident with. She has a great kit. Super versatile, fits well into just about any team comp. Anytime a new player talks about what their first purchase with gold should be, I always say Valla. For 2,000 gold, there's basically no other character in the game that's going to be as versatile or useful as she is. So, with all that promotion out of the way, let's get it in, see what we can get done.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
Alright everybody, we are zoning in on Sky Temple. And boy, after checking out that loading screen, look at these comps. The friendly team is Johanna, Stitches, myself as Valla, Malfurion, and Diablo versus Stitches, Lieutenant Morales, Raynor, Arthas, and Muradin. So we have triple tank on both sides of the game. I'm going to ping our Malfurion to wake up. And with this comp in mind, I'm going to be going cost-effective materials because the reality is, against this composition, I'm just going to have to chuck out my abilities as quickly and frequently as possible if I want to get any headway, especially since I'm talent-gated and an auto-attack build, which I would typically go against a comp like this, is unavailable to me. I'm going to be laning up here with Hotz's premier gank warrior himself, Diablo, who is going to do a bunch of work to try and stand on that eye. And I'm just going to throw out a little poke with that, just to zone him out, but nothing doing. This is going to be a real interesting game because, as I said, my anti-tank build is fundamentally unavailable to me. There's not really a whole lot I can do. I can try and burn down the Stitches as I miss all my skill shots, as you would typically expect from me. The big thing I have to worry about here is getting hooked by that Stitches. If I get hooked by him, I'm going to be having a real bad time. And it looks like I'm going to have to zone for the Lord of Terror here, who is just tanking an unreasonably large amount of damage for no reason. As soon as I see that hook go for me, I'm going to have to be real quick on my vaults, because otherwise I'm going to get blown up real quickly by this combo in this lane right here. Oop. As you can see, the enemy team is going to be running kind of a gank squad constantly. Not much I can do for the friendly Diablo out there. So I'm going to ping for our team to go for mid-temple, because I think that's our best option. With all the tank presence up here, there's just not a whole lot we can do. There's definitely nothing that I can do against this team comp right here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of throwing my life away up there, I'm just going to lane here and make sure that we're maintaining some experience parity. We do have Diablo here now, and I'm not sure who's standing on this, so I'm just going to peek in the bush here and take a look. It looks like it's just Muradin, who we might actually be able to do some damage to. No, he looks like he's going to retreat off it fully, which is good because we have lost mid-tempo right now. Oop, stand on there. Okay, Muradin is coming for me, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not too concerned about him. He's going to be chucking out my skill shots whenever possible. Unfortunately, well, in this case, Siphoning Arrow might have been a better idea, but I was working off the assumption that I'd be able to see Malfurion occasionally. As you see, I'm taking a lot of damage. At level 4, again, even though I'm dealing with such health problems here, I'm going to go with Manticore just because, as the only assassin on the team, me being able to put out substantial damage is just going to be crucial as this game moves forward. And it looks like the friendly Diablo is going to just barely get away from the gank squad that we have roaming around up here. It looks like the premier gank warrior has been getting ganked himself a little bit. Now, this Muradin's doing a real good job of just kind of staying out of the range of my Hungering Arrow and using his Storm Bolts to zone me out. People are pinging for help down there, but the reality is we can't leave these lanes. Otherwise, we're just going to lose massively in experience. We're already down half a level, but the reality is we just need to keep this going. Hopefully, Mana Core is something that's not going to be real helpful early game, but it's going to scale a lot as the game progresses. And especially since I don't have Giant Killer, which would be the real talent to get against a composition like this, it's kind of a mandatory pick. Basically, what I have to do is... Valla, when she's talent gated, has no real distinct build paths. So what I'm going to be forced to do here is to just kind of make some sort of imitation of an auto attack build with whatever I have at my disposal. It looks like they've picked up their bruisers, which means I'm going to have to sit up here. Oh, we have a little bit of an engagement going on down here. I'm going to just pop in from the side, see if we can pick up some sort of kill here. Nope, they're not going to dodge that way, so let me see if I can just take down the Stitches at least. And it's looking like he's going to stay too long. I will be able to pull him off, but now I need to tumble out of there, or I'm going to be in some serious trouble. I can't get a clean shot with my Hungering Arrow on the enemy Rainer, unfortunately, but it's looking like Stitches might be able to take him out. Nah, he's not. So let's see if I can just zone back the Muradin a little bit, and it's looking like our Stitches will be able to get away. He says, Stitches says, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm not sure who he's referring to. I am attempting to assist him. I realized that the bruisers are at our gates, but I thought that assisting our teammate was a little bit more important. But someone's a little bit of a salty Sam right now. That's something I'm going to be picking up Hot Pursuit just for want of anything better. Typically at this level, I would take either Repeating Arrow or Searing Attacks, depending on what my build is, and unfortunately neither of these are options right now. So I'm going to ping the team to move down this way. Not sure why nobody's deciding to. Apparently on my way down there I narrowly miss a Stitches hook, which is a good thing for me, but it's looking like we're not going to be able to do much here, so I'm going to say we should just spread out and soak. That's just the name of the game here. I'm going to be able to dodge that Stormbolt from Muradin. Paying a little bit more attention to him right now because he seems like one of the most capable members of the enemy team. Got our salty Stitches with us. And yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to do anything against the Rainer with the Bioshield right there unless Stitches manages to hook the Rainer into the rest of the team. We're in a pretty tough spot right here. The lack of damage is going to consistently affect us pretty badly. But, you know, it's Heroes of the Storm, anything can change, and sometimes you just gotta power through. I'm just gonna start laying into this and vault out of the way to keep myself safe. Looks like the Malfurion isn't really paying attention to my health, so it's kind of risky for me to stay in this long, but I really want to get something done for the friendly team. But unfortunately, it's looking like that's just not gonna happen. Malfurion is really getting overextended a lot, and or he's just getting focused down by the enemy team. I'm not going to necessarily blame it on him unless I see it with my own eyes, and I didn't really watch what happened there. So backing to base just to heal back up, and I'm going to go mid and ping the rest of the team to go mid because it's looking like this team is going to rotate and try and do some work on the mid fort here. That's fine. We can just use our multi-shot to clear that out. And they do have 10, but the whole rule about not engaging when the other team has ultimates is absolutely a sound idea, but the reality is if you're under your own towers, it's definitely something you can do without too much trouble. And, yep, there's Malfurion getting ganked again, but the enemy Stitch is actually bringing him closer to the friendly team. Not sure exactly what he's doing there, but there's just not a lot we're going to be able to do here. Hopefully we can pull off some sort of kill on the enemy Muradin, but no, he's just going to dwarf toss away, and it's looking like the friendly Diablo might take... No, he's not going to take a death. As you can see, I'm just spamming out my abilities as quickly as possible to try and get something done, but the reality is, without our Malfurion, I have no clue what our Malfurion's been doing this whole game. He's died 3 times now, and he's really not doing a whole lot in terms of healing. Okay, but now we have Heroics. I have Strafe by default, level 10. Valla is one of the few characters I would say that has 2 really viable ults, and with that Apocalypse, I'm going to go in here and Strafe, dodge the Stormbolt, and just see what sort of mass damage I can put out. We're going to see if we can pick up the kill on the enemy Rainer here. But man, just the sustain that's getting offered by this team is unbelievable. It's really hard to pick up a kill when just every member of the enemy team is able to do this much. As you can see, I'm doing the most hero damage on our team, but it just doesn't really matter because, well, they can just kind of push through anything I can do. Valla is not a bursty character, so I'm not in a situation where I can really offer a whole lot, and it's looking I might be getting caught out here, so I'm just going to vault out, see if I can get around, and yeah, this is just going to be, this is not going well at all. Friendly Diablo deciding to just abandon ship and head top. The Salty Stitch is saying we need to attack their back line, which is completely valid, except for the fact that the 3-tank front that they have makes it very challenging for me to attack any line at all. I'm going to head bottom and just see if I can jump on this shrine and, since we do have Siege pushing on the bottom fort, possibly pick up a kill on that fort, as well as the minions up there grant me... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Did not know they were moving down there, and that only Muradin was top. Jesus Christ, that could have been really embarrassing right there. Okay, so I am going to head top and see if I can assist Salty Stitches over here. I don't know what that hook was, but it's all good, since I should be able to just... Oh! Ah, man. Something, I'm guessing a minion unmounted me and I wasn't able to make it in time. So I'm just going to head up top and jump on this temple and try and get something, if anything, done right here. I'm not exactly the ideal person to be standing on the tower alone. As you can see, I'm taking a whole lot of damage here, but hey, we need to get these towers while they're up and while the enemy team is distracted elsewhere. And apparently their form of distraction this time, ooh, narrowly managed to avoid that Stormbolt, and fortunately Stitches is able to hook the Muradin, allowing me to make a safe exit. Distracting in this case means that the enemy team is going to barrel down our mid lane. I, again, don't know how the friendly Malfurion died, but that makes 5 deaths on his part now, and he's, as a result, he's spending all his time dead, so he's just not doing much healing at all. He's at 10,000 healing versus Lieutenant Morales is 26,000, so there's just no competition there whatsoever. And in a game like this where it's sustain against sustain, the quality of your healer is going to make a big difference in general. So, let's see if I can do some work on this enemy Stitches here. He doesn't have an escape, so we should be able to just pick up a kill on him without too much trouble. And yes, we do. Okay, let's see if we can repeat this trick. Ah, damn it. I get immediately, unfortunately, haymakered out of my strafe. That was just a pure coincidence kind of thing. Friendly Diablo doing a good job peeling for the friendly Johanna, and it's looking like he's trying to come in on me, and let's see if I can get behind the line, and yes, we're going to be able to pick up that kill because enemy Arthas gets tunnel vision and just follows me down. Level 13, I'm going to have to pick up Giant Killer just to be able to do some sort of meaningful damage towards the enemy tanks, and I'm genuinely starting to wonder at this point if the friendly Malfurion is deliberately feeding. 6 deaths versus typically 0 or 1 for everyone else on the friendly team just isn't a good look. It's looking like 2 of our tanks want to initiate on the friendly side bruisers here, so I'm going to assist as best as I can. Temples are coming up in 25 seconds, and as you can see, we're down 3/4 the enemy's 1. Friendly Diablo is tanking a lot of damage here, so he should probably visit a healing fountain bare minimum and more likely the gate before these temples actually go off. Hopefully with Giant Killer. I haven't checked the enemy Rainer's build. Yes, he's going more of a tanky build. So overall, I'm going to get more auto attack damage done than him. And it's looking like we got a little bit of a something going on here. Man, that, I gotta say, that Muradin is very on point with his Stormbolts. Okay, here's the friendly Malfurion. Let's just kind of see what he does, because I am really curious to see if he's just completely AFKing or what. Oh, yep. So here's the rest of the enemy team. It looks like they're actually going to initiate a team fight. We're down a full talent, but we don't have a whole lot of options at this point. If we start sacrificing any more buildings, we're definitely screwed. And I'm going to throw out my strafe here. We are going to pick up the enemy Stitches, and it looks like we're going to pick up the enemy Muradin too. Unfortunately, he has pop stone skin, so I am not going to be able to take him out. But we do manage to capture the full tower, excuse me, at the cost of our mid keep. And it looks like the enemy Arthas is pushing in. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do. He's not going to be able to kill the core on his own, but hey, you know, it's all about ambition, isn't it? But as you can see with Giant Killer, I'm able to do substantially more damage than I was before. I'm going to get out of the way of these ghouls so I don't die. Okay, so it looks like the enemy team has picked up dropship for the Medic's ultimate, which does make sense. They're leaving from there, so the question is, where are they going to head to? Well, I'm going to say that they're probably going to be getting ambitious and trying to head for boss. But right now, this is looking like a good opportunity to pick up a couple kills and possibly change the tide of this. What we're really trying to do is pick up 16 so that we're fighting on an even playing field again. I'm not sure why we disengaged there. We still had the Rainer fairly low, and it would be a 5v4 were it not for our Diablo kind of lagging behind and clearing waves. We're in a weird position now. We really just have to... Salty Stitches, getting salty again. Really have to soak till 16, and there we are. I'm going to be picking up Executioner. Just as I said, I have to maximize the amount of damage that I'm able to do, even if it's not exactly the ideal build. So, hey, let's just keep it rolling. We now have all 3 forts down, so we've closed the gap of structure versus structure to... And let's see if I can just get him with the strafe here just to guarantee that kill. So that's all good. Oh, but here they're coming from behind, and it's looking like our Diablo is out of position. Once again, there's not a whole lot I can do here. Apart from come around back, because I really need to protect myself before anything else. I'm trying to get a kill on that enemy Morales, but unfortunately I get Haymaker backwards. Diablo is just insisting on soloing a siege camp. Yep. Well, fuck it. I'm going to head back there and defend against the boss. Not sure what the friendly Diablo is doing. Oh, low MMR games. So I'm just going to start dumping everything I can onto the boss. Fortunately, it's not going to be able to take out the bottom keep, but unfortunately temples are back up. So let me take a look at the top keep. Well, the top keep is full, so it's not going to be able to take out top keep. But either way, we're in a pretty bad situation here. And with 3 members down, there's very little I can do apart from, you know, just kind of soak and hope for the best. Diablo apparently has decided to attempt to solo take that top temple. Not sure what his thought process there is. But apparently, they're calling it a dropship to go somewhere, possibly to gank me, so I'm just going to pull back. No, apparently they're... yeah, there's the Arthas. Okay, well, that's no problem. I'm not super worried about that. He's not going to be able to gank me. I'm Valla. I'm much more mobile than he is. So it's looking like he's going to travel all the way around. And who's the salty one this time? It's the Diablo this time, which is kind of funny since he's spent a substantial amount of the game dying. Oh boy. Yeah, my Malfurion is not doing a great job of healing me when I need it, and there we go. And yeah, this is definitely going to be yet another team wipe. And this is... If the enemy team knows what they're doing, this is going to be game, and they're just going to head in and take it right here. Whew. Ugly, ugly game. Friendly Stitch is saying that we have no DPS, but the reality is neither do they. We have Johanna Stitches, Diablo. They have Stitches, Arthas, Muradin. I guess they have slightly more DPS, depending on how they built. As you can see, the enemy Muradin did build kind of a Stormbolt build, as well as Haymaker and Burning Rage. Enemy Arthas taking a pretty conventional Frostmourne build, but I'm not really sure what to tell these guys, you know, it's just... I'm just gonna roll in here and see what kind of work I can get done. Gonna dodge the hook, and friendly Diablo is going to eat shit yet again. Not a big surprise there. I would go and try and dive for the Arthas kill, but I just don't think it's worth it to risk it.
Your enemy.
Really wish I had repeating arrow right now. That would be a big help for me, but Stitches does manage to get the hook and secure a kill on the enemy Arthas. I'm going to throw out my strafe. Not that it's going to do a whole lot. It's looking like he picked up Hungry Stitches, so as soon as I'm out of here, I need to roll back and then start dumping damage on him. Is he going to get away? Just barely. And, yep, we do manage to secure a kill on the Rainer. And actually, surprisingly, we're in a pretty decent position to possibly be able to take both these temples. One of their main damage-dealing warriors, as well as their only assassin, are going to be down for at least the next 30 seconds, so we actually have an opportunity to do something here. I'm going to ping my team that I'm heading down bottom, because at this point we desperately need to get both of these towers to be able to get anything done. Just going to throw out a multi-shot there and try and do something. It's looking like the friendly Johanna is going to head down here, and we're going to see what we can see down here. Yep, there is the enemy medic, who I just need to get past this Muradin and get the kill on Morales. Yes, of course, there's the goddamn Haymaker again. And I just kind of stopped moving there for reasons that I don't fully understand. Let's see. Oh, he picked up the double winding Haymaker. At level 20, I gotta pick up Vengeance, which is not an ult upgrade that I really enjoy. I don't think it really does enough to warrant level 20. Typically, I would take Nexus Frenzy with really just any build that I would go. With Valla, I would take Nexus Frenzy. I just think it's the best choice in any sensible way. It's looking like Malfurion Stitches versus Stitches and Arthas. Battle of the boring sustain characters, but unfortunately we have an issue here with Siege Giants pushing in on our core. So if we want to stay alive, as soon as I'm back up, I need to clear everything in this area. Stitches up. We got an issue bottom though, and our Johanna is definitely going to die after her indestructible wears off. Yep, and this is looking like it's probably going to end up being game unless a miracle happens. So, time to roll in here. I have no option but to use my strafe to try and clear these things out as quickly as possible to mitigate the amount of damage being done to our core. I just gotta chuck out everything, but it's looking like that might not even be enough. I gotta come in here and kill these catapults real quick. We do manage to survive with our core at 40%, but the reality is with the way this game's been going so far, I'm not anticipating a big turnaround here. Stitches mid, just kind of clearing minions and everything. We're down 3 keeps with 40% on the core. If the enemy team kind of knew what they were doing, they would probably just push in here and win immediately. We've got 2 down. The core is so low, they could just suicide and win without too much trouble, but the fortunate thing about these low MMR games is people are very reticent to win, which means that there's actually the possibility of a comeback at any time, because who knows who's going to make the catastrophic mistake next. Take a look at the stats. Stitches now actually our highest damage dealer, really just because I haven't been in a position to do damage. I have no sustain, and our Malfurion really hasn't been doing a whole lot of work in terms of healing me in any of these team fights. Not sure why, but apparently he wants to keep the tanks alive, which I guess is fair since there's almost nothing but tanks. I'm getting haymakered, and I'm getting haymakered again, so up. This is almost certainly going to be my death. Yes, it is. Didn't pay attention. Did they drop ship there? Well, apparently they didn't drop ship, but didn't really have any option to get away there. I was trying to get past the Muradin. I was trying to bait out both of his haymakers so I could eventually just tumble past him. But the reality is, I was pushed out there without much of a team behind me, so yeah, you get what's coming to you. Looking like the enemy team's going to try and push for a win here. Stitches is going to whiff his hook. Yeah, this is definitely going to be good. Our team just, I don't know, just kind of outplayed at every level here. I would say the biggest weakness on our team by far was our Malfurion. He seemed to get it together a little bit more in the back half of the game, but the reality is, by the time he really came online and started doing what he was supposed to do, there was just no cohesion. The team had already tilted, and we were just down too far in experience to really make a difference. We'll take a look at the stats. I had the highest XP contribution as well as the highest siege damage, which is very curious with the Johanna on the team. What did she take? Yep, took a reinforce already. 3 deaths, so on the low end of our team versus our Malfurion with 9. Eventually he came online and ended up doing 50,000 healing by the end of the game, but the reality is versus the 91,500 by the enemy Morales, we just didn't really have a chance of sustaining. 13 to 26, the weak points on our team, as I said, Malfurion and Diablo. The strongest character, or player rather, on their team, I would say by far, was the Muradin, who was really on point with his stuns, was using Haymaker consistently on me to zone me out of team fights and prevent me from wearing down those tanks with the anti-tank talents that I had selected, and in general, put me in positions where I could get picked by the rest of the team. As you can imagine, the situation I was in was not very enviable. Against this kind of team comp, Raynor is actually the best. Or Valla also would have been good if I was able to get a full, genuine auto attack build, but unfortunately I wasn't. But them's the breaks. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this installation of Road to the Storm. Hope you learned something. If you like this, as always, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and feel free to drop me a message or a comment suggesting characters or builds to take in the future. Until then, see you in the Nexus. Later.